Hi, my name is Zilda Zilkin, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am doing another entry today, and this one has to do with Kara Kava. Kara Kava is Hannah. Hannah has many different names and visuals, and it's very interesting. At one point, she was randomly doing Star Ilkin's Instagram, and with slight different poses, no photography, she actually looked like many different people, combined with a little later on actual alterations, almost like mocking of her. But this is part of Combat's history. When we are looking at her poems now, these are all written by her. These are not regular poems. These were done during very heavy enhancers for production, and she's not alone. There's 100 other men. What is the difference? They made her feel special. She's a female, but she actually really broke a record. The other men now are very badly injured, and they are also they were gathered up for production to handle the emergence of humans. Because remember, once upon a time, England went into different countries, and France, Europe, and divided different people into different groups and merged, like someone from Africa that kind of looked Indian into India, and someone from Central Asia into Anatolia that looked Turkish. They did a lot of playing around, not natural at all, but it bloomed and flourished different types of hybrid flowers. That's the analogy of it. So here she is with her poems, all authentic to her. They are coded. This person is not a poet at all, nor does she really draw. Again, these paintings right here, which is a collection of her art, is done to kind of rehabilitate an injured head, because she was put under major stress to produce. And being the female civilian of the pack, she was treated way better than the men. But this is a story about war, espionage, etc., etc., and it has not been easy. There was a lot of fraud involved. The biggest opponents were the Greeks, that's number one, followed with the Indians, followed with the Chinese, all who were fed different stories. Russia didn't want it either, but we are at a point in history where her work, which is a collection of journals, which is called the Sun Collection, it is linked to today the Historical Society that she works out of, the tiniest publishing house. Yes, it's open again, and Prophet manages it. These are all interwoven with this book, Blue Mountain Mist, which is also her work in the back and all her work. Now, most people who would want to buy a stupid poetry book, if you do get a chance and you do pick it up, and I'm gonna present the link here because that's very important that you understand what is going on. By you picking up a book, we are able to do the authentic interactive for it. And when we do the interactive, you're getting a chance, not just someone who may have taken it and translated it and made a killing. We don't care. When we do the interactive, you're going to understand A, global history, B, natural landscapes, and C, the psychology of the person who generated the work inside Wolfville, making her get the name Prophet. And that is where she is today. Now, she does have a YouTube channel. This is it. So you're looking at it. It's a compilation of about 275 videos. That is to give you just the tip of the iceberg of the events that went on. Now, what if she didn't do this? You would never ever see the authentic version. But again, one of the biggest problems with Kara Kava and Kannada and Kannat, one of the biggest problems is because it is part of a very long history in humanity, emerging out of Africa, because it's very, very long, it swallows up Europe, and Europe absolutely didn't want that. But she begged to differ in the sense that it generated green industry, and you're going to watch her build it. And this is called The Gift for Humanity. The fact that this person is still living, she's actually born an Anatolian blonde, wearing this wig here. And this bird here has to do because she likes soccer and she comes from a region where it's the black eagle. So that is where we are today. Just so you get an overview, please support this project. I have to do everything by mail. Everything you may have purchased historically is fraud. That is not my fault. You can sue the police for that if you wish. It didn't come through during the era of conflict, but if you do come and send it to this box, we now have control over Canada Post. So we're slowly kind of regulating it. You will get the authentic version of the book. That's another thing. God knows what's out there. And again, it's interwoven. So once we hit about 100 to 150,000 sales, we can actually do global history. And it's really interesting because it touches every country's history. So this person here now interwove her work to protect her work at the Council of the Wolves, who said, absolutely, Hannah, do not show your face. There was a problem though. This person knew that the Sun Collection, which makes up the Vatican Room or the Historical Society, is all novel work. Jews tried to make it her father's work, brought out actresses, split it up, this and that, but they really shouldn't, because no different than a Britannica set, it's a collection for a different type of existence. Her pushing green industry. Now, why is that? Because she's actually a street baby. She grew up partly in the Bronx in the era of civil rights. Remember, her age is 1967 is when she was born. 1977, she was in the Bronx, blonde with pigtails in a church. That's how her backing is coming from. You are watching the authentic version, and we want to continue this project. And when she dies, all of this will close and you will get the simulated actresses. I'm not too sure what the church and the theologists are going to do. Why are we showing this today? We are showing it. It's called The Gift for Humanity. It's to see the real, because everything is so fake when it comes to securities. And Hannah thought it was really awesome just to see the real person, that she's Canadian, and to show this. So many Turkish soldiers got injured and some died, and it was really awful. So to see this, it's a blessing for humanity, because this is the trunk of the tree, and the branches are all the thousands of people out there who are going to follow along and hopefully generate the green industry and a lot of the proposals. So we're actually humanizing the divine story. We're pushing the movie and the interactive. I can't do any of that unless we get the sale revenue, because you have to understand, Hannah was in a coma at one point, neck broken, shoulders broken. This is combat now, real combat. It's part of Canada's history today. But by mailing a check or money order to this particular address, and the check and money order is actually your receipt, we have controls over Canada Post today. And even if you want to send a letter, you might get a response back if you're not sure if it's a real address, because people do all kinds of fraud. Send a letter first, we'll send it back, and then you'll get a self-addressed envelope where you can purchase the book with the control of Canada Post, which was really awful. At one particular time, a foreign mob was controlling our Canada Post. That's another story altogether. How many challenges we had just to get to the point of showing you the authentic version. Now, what's going to happen in the future? Like I said, when this person dies here, this is all going to close, and you're going to get the simulated actress flying out a cave, or some poor virgin, or something. I'm not too sure. Whatever China wants or whatever India wants. But the real person is a Turkish national from the Republic of Turkey, born in Istanbul, conceived in Ararat, raised by 3 Black Christian mothers. So in total, Hannah had 4 mothers. She loved each one of them. Circumstance, unfortunate. Never once did she miss anything, but that you got a little overview of her backing. She is very human ethics, morality. Her brother brought out Turkish as the first linguistics of earth, but it's not Anatolian Turkish. It's actually Turkic people out of Africa. So we are pushing this, and the only, like I said, the only way to do it now that we have control is to really send a check or money order. And I know people, our world is really, really tight, but this is linked to thousands of projects that Hannah designed. She's worth about $40 billion right now. Remember, she did Uber as well. That kind of brain, if you support it, can have Canada and the United States up and running in 5 minutes and sort of kick anybody foreign who's acting like they're living back in Saudi Arabia. So that is what we are trying to do. And this is the authentic wolf, the authentic prophet. So thank you and have a good day.